In this video, we will learn what is gating block, how do we set its parameters, and how do we use it to control the firing angle of thyristor. First, we will open library browser to add gating block to our schematic. In the library browser, we have two options. Either we search for gating block in the search bar, or we can go to power folder under the elements section and open the switches subsection. If you scroll down, then you will find gating block at the end of this subsection. We will choose the simple gating block for this video because the gating block with the file option is an advanced version and rarely used. Drag and drop this block onto the screen. This block is used to generate gating patterns for the switches in PSIM. For example, you can use this block to control the switches of the controlled rectifier. You can generate gating patterns for the switches of H-bridge inverter. If you double click this block, you will see three main parameters of gating block. The first parameter is frequency, which is normally the same as the switching or grid frequency of the main circuit. The second parameter is the number of points. These number of points usually depend on the gating pattern defined by the user for a particular circuit. Each turn on or turn off action of gating pattern is counted as one switching point. For example, on the screen, gating pattern of gating block is shown for one complete cycle, that is from 0 degree to 360 degree. In this gating pattern, there are three turn on instants, that is at 35 degree, 175 degree and 345 degree. Similarly, there are three turn off instants, that is at 92 degrees, 187 degrees and 357 degrees. Therefore, there are total of 6 switching instants or points. So the value of number of points for this particular gating pattern would be 6. The third parameter of gating block is the switching points. This parameter denotes the instants at which turn on or turn off action of gating pattern occurs. In the gating pattern shown on the screen, switching points are at 35 degrees, 92 degrees, 175 degrees, 187 degrees, 345 degrees and 357 degrees. The unit of the value of this parameter is always in degrees. Now we will go through an example in which we will learn how to use this gating block to control the firing angle of the thyristor. So first let me add all the components required for this circuit onto the schematic. In this circuit, sinusoidal voltage source is used to generate sinusoidal signal, which will be rectified by using this thyristor. We will set peak amplitude of sinusoidal voltage to 311 volt and its frequency to 50 Hz. Load resistance is defined to be equal to 10 ohms. As you know from the theory that when voltage across the thyristor is positive and a pulse of few micro or milliseconds is fired at its gate terminal, it starts conducting. The thyristor remains on even if we remove the gate signal. It remains in the conduction state until the current through it falls below the holding current value, which normally occurs when the voltage across the thyristor becomes negative during the negative half cycle of the sinusoidal voltage source. These are the default values of thyristor parameters. We will leave them as it is. We will now set parameters of gating block. Since circuit frequency is 50 Hz, therefore we will put 50 here. Since a pulse of any arbitrary width has two switching points, that is one turn on and one turn off, therefore number of points are 2. We will fire gate pulse of 18 degrees at the gate of the thyristor with firing angle of 0 degree. Therefore, switching points are at 0 and 18 degrees. It means pulse will start at 0 degree and will stop at 18 degrees. Now we will add voltage probes to measure different signals. Simulation control is added to the schematic and simulation is run for 100 milliseconds with time step of 10 microseconds. These are the graphs of source and load voltages. Source voltage is shown in green color and load voltage is shown in pink color. You can observe that output voltage is rectified. We can also observe gate signal. You can observe that gate signal is fired at 0 degree at the start of each cycle for 1 milliseconds. If we measure RMS values of source and load voltages, then it is found to be equal to 226 volt and 165 volt respectively. We can further reduce the output voltage by increasing the firing angle of the gate pulse. For example, if we delay the firing angle by 90 degrees, now our output voltage looks like this. If we measure RMS voltages again, then it can be observed that load voltage has been reduced to 117 volt. You can also observe that the width of the gate pulse has no effect on the output voltage. For example, if I increase the width of the pulse from 18 degrees to 30 degrees, the RMS value of the output voltage remains the same, that is 117 volt. This was a tutorial of how to use gating block in PSIM and how do we control firing angle of thyristor with it. Please subscribe our channel and see you in next video.